Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video I'm going to review Solana price action. I will check some updates on Solana because Solana has been in price discovery from the last days and weeks actually in this small run up that we have. And I will tell you exactly what I am doing. I am shorting Solana. Contrarian to everyone is saying that Solana is mega bullish and this will continue. I will show you some indicators why I think this and why I started already to short Solana today. So before we begin, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and without anything else, let's go into it. So guys, like I say, Solana is one of the topics that everyone is talking about in the last days, because even if Bitcoin has not been yet having a new all-time high, Solana has already did it. We actually peaked around $74 today. The last all-time high was around 57. So a very big uptrend for Solana. If we measure the uptrend for the downtrend, you can see that I already have a Fibonacci extension there. We have a 238% of uptrend from July 22 until now. So less than a month and you already have a 240% on Solana uptrend. So that is a lot. I want to see why this is happening. So I started to look into some Solana news. So here we can see how Solana is in discovery mode on price action. There are not news specifically in why this could be happening. Something of the ecosystem of Solana. Of course, Solana is growing exponentially in partnerships, and the ecosystem is very big. I think there are around 400 projects already working in Solana in some of the nodes that I found online. So in this case, for example, Solana's Mango Market DX raised 7 million in Mango token sale. There are a lot of ecosystem growing around Solana too. If I go to the Twitter of Solana, we can see here in the Solana ecosystem news. This is from yesterday, so it's very up to date. We can see here how they mentioned that they have 400 projects in the Solana ecosystem and counting. The projects are in many different topics or niches, so this is a lot of progress from Solana. But anyways, I am still not comfortable knowing that why Solana peaked so much in comparison with another altcoins. Many altcoins did, and Bitcoin also did a lot of uptrend, but a 240% is a lot. Also, the last news from Twitter is that Drift Labs announced an excitement partnership also with Solana for making futures DX the best way to trade. But these are not news that could lead this rally. And going into the GitHub Solana ecosystem, well, I saw that there has been more activity on the last days and weeks for Solana. So maybe something preparing for more news. So if you know something about Solana that I am missing, please let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to know about more news about Solana. If you seem to know why this price action has been so epic in the last 3 days actually for Solana. But anyways, today I will show you my strategy and how I am shorting right now. Before we continue with the video, remember that I am doing an amazing giveaway. I will be giving half of a Bitcoin to one winner and 5 Ethereum to 5 different winners. If you want to participate, it's super easy, just a couple of clicks. Follow the link in the description. But remember that you need to be subscribed to the channel with the bell on to be considered. Because like I mentioned many times, you need to be a contrarian of the market and a contrarian of yourself. So put in the Fibonacci extension here. I already showed you. We have been doing a 240%. I mark here with these blue lines some important support and resistance lines that we have. Right now we are in discovery mode, so we don't have anything from this blue line to the uptrend, but we can use the Fibonacci extensions to see potential more support and resistance for the uptrend. But anyways, one thing that I am seeing here is this candle that is closing today. You can see how the body is small and we have a lot of wick for the outside, from actually 74 to 65. So $10 on the price of SOL tokens from a week, and this is closing in 40 minutes actually from the time that I am recording. We have a little wick to the downside, but you can see that is less than half of the big wick that we have there. So this wick means that there was a lot of sell pressure from there, and the body probably will close something around this in the time that is left. And this could be actually be one of these shooting star candlestick patterns. That doesn't necessarily mean needs to be red, so doesn't necessarily needs to close in the red trend. It could close like that with a small body in green is enough to be considered a shooting star candlestick. And this is one of the most common candlestick that you will find at the top of a trend. And this will indicate a bearish next continuation pattern in a downtrend. So after all this big trend, for me, makes a lot of sense that having a shooting star candle here and start to trading from the downside, and maybe for the continuation of capitulation there. So we could see some price action from here. I am expecting a next day red candle, maybe to these levels. Then we could hang out a little bit here and then broke this level again to this point of support. So for me, at least we are going to go to this 0.5 Fibonacci, which is a little down from the previous all-time high at $48, which is a lot for Solana anyways. But anything around the Fibonacci pocket for me makes sense. And you can see how the Fibonacci extension 0.5 and 0.618 coincides with a lot of market structure. This one, the 0.5, with this resistance all the way here. We didn't have resistance here, but this confluence is very big. And mostly the 0.618, you have all the support here, and more relevant, all this resistance after. We have a little resistance here and support again also before we have all this trend line. So this is the most expected place to come back and test some levels. I don't say that this run could be over yet, but I think this needs to cool off. And if we go to the indicators, they are screaming for a correction. We are completely overbought. You can see here the RSI. I will open only the RSI. And we never had been so high in Solana price action. We are at 86. Last times we hit 84, 84.2, 83, 82. But we have never been so overbought on the RSI from daily candle. Remember, I am a swing trader. I am not a day trade. So this is a great opportunity. Also, the money flow index is completely overbought too, and all these indicators are coincide. The stochastic RSI completely pass out. We don't have more momentum. All the momentum indicators are claiming a correction. If you see the MACD also have been exploded in this rally, and look where we are with the MACD. We don't have a cross, but we are completely overextended with the MACD also, with this histogrammic going completely parabolic here. The MACD is not the lead indicator, so it's behind the price action, of course, but I don't think this could continue much in the rally. So from here I will expecting to have a correction with the other indicators. So all the indicators are aligned, telling that we are completely extended on this rally for Solana. So today I started a short position with leverage on Bybit, and I use Bybit and also I use futures in Binance. I started to short at 68,900 and I put my stop loss above the all-time high. So I leave it a lot of room for that to come up, but instantly we were down there. Right now I'm $3 in price action above, but anyways I put my stop loss above the last all-time high today. And if we go to the 1 hour chart, I enter a short position around this area when we broke this support here on this time frame, around there. I thought that we will have more volume to the downside, but the price, you can see that has been having this line of support. So I'm expected to break that to the downside, but anyways, I will keep my short position open. And we'll see how we play out with the different levels. If you want to be alert with my trades, follow me on Twitter at CryptoSeaState. You will find there my trades before than YouTube. So in YouTube I will explain this in detail, but my trade alerts are in CryptoSeaState in Twitter. Well, I hope this analysis of Solana helped you if you are a fan of this coin, and let me know in the comments if you have more news that I missed, why Solana has been skyrocketed. I am bullish on Solana from the long term, but right now I think it's completely overextended, like I mentioned, mostly in the big time frames. Before we leave, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.